This episode, we dive into a fascinating, yet relatively little-known, chapter of history. It brings together Napoleon, the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, and a legendary figure known as Bluebeard Pasha. 1. Bluebeard Pasha, from slave to the butcher, in 1789, a man with a striking blue beard rose to prominence. His name was Ahmad al-Jazir Pasha, later nicknamed Bluebeard Pasha in the West. He was Arab by origin, but the Ottoman Empire appointed him governor, Pasha, of the Palestinian region. A Pasha, in Ottoman terminology, referred to a provincial governor and military commander. He also carried a terrifying title, the Butcher. His brutality had roots in his early life. He was sold as a child into slavery in Istanbul, where he suffered severe abuse. Later, he was purchased by Egypt's rulers, converted to Islam, and, due to his ruthlessness and fearlessness, became a professional executioner. From there, he rose rapidly through the ranks, became governor of Damascus, and was eventually dispatched to Palestine. Jerusalem fell under his jurisdiction. A British traveler who once visited the city of Acre, Akka, wrote that many locals were missing noses, ears, or eyes. Even the Pasha's own secretaries and administrative staff often lacked noses. Why? Because whenever Bluebeard Pasha was displeased, he would mutilate people on the spot, cutting off noses or ears as marks of punishment. It became his grim trademark. On one occasion, he caught 50 corrupt officials. His method of punishment was horrifying. He ordered his soldiers to strip them, bind them together, and hack them into pieces. It is hard to imagine such barbarity occurring at the end of the 18th century and the dawn of the 19th. 2. Napoleon arrives, the Holy City and the Tree of Liberty, but fate soon brought a powerful challenger to the region. After conquering Egypt, Napoleon Bonaparte marched north and invaded Syria. Hearing of Bluebeard Pasha's cruelty, he vowed to bring justice. Napoleon even stirred his troops with a dramatic declaration: "Jerusalem is our holy city. The first soldier who falls in battle shall be honored with burial beside the tomb of Christ." For Christian soldiers, such words were profoundly motivating. 3. The Siege of Acre. The intervention of Admiral Smith on March 18th, Napoleon launched the Siege of Acre. On April 16th, he defeated Ottoman forces and Bluebeard's cavalry at the Battle of Mount Tabor. Terrified, the Pasha withdrew into the fortified city, refusing to fight in the open. Napoleon then encircled Acre. At that moment, the tide unexpectedly turned. At sea, the French Navy had been destroyed by Admiral Nelson. Taking advantage of this, the British dispatched Sir Sidney Smith, who arrived in Acre with reinforcements to assist Bluebeard Pasha. With British naval artillery and engineering support, Acre became nearly impregnable. Napoleon besieged the city for 3 months, launching multiple assaults, but failing each time. Worse still, an epidemic swept through his army, killing more than 1,200 soldiers in just 2 weeks. His supply routes at sea were also cut off. With no choice, Napoleon abandoned the siege. Bluebeard Pasha survived, by sheer luck. 4. Aftermath. Revenge and a gift of bloodshed. When the war ended, Bluebeard Pasha was furious. His first act was to slice off his own prime minister's nose, accusing him of incompetence for allowing Napoleon to gain the upper hand. To show gratitude to Admiral Smith, he gifted him a beautifully crafted Damascus sword. According to accounts, he even demonstrated its sharpness by beheading a live bull with a single stroke. 5. The rise of Muhammad Ali. A new power emerges not long after Napoleon secretly returned to France due to political turmoil. The French army left in Egypt was soon crushed by the British. Egypt then descended into chaotic warlord struggles. One of these military leaders was Muhammad Ali, a name you must remember. A contemporary of Napoleon, he possessed remarkable military and administrative talent. Eventually, the Ottoman Empire recognized him as the governor of Egypt. He initiated sweeping reforms. adopting European military practices and establishing a modern army of 90,000 men. In 1831, with this powerful force, he conquered Syria, Palestine, and much of southern Turkey. The Ottoman Sultan had no choice but to acknowledge his authority over Egypt, the Arabian Peninsula, and Crete. His son, Ibrahim Pasha, known as Red Ibrahim, carried out important reforms in Jerusalem, easing the oppression of Christians and Jews and granting them legal equality. During this era, European nations re-established consulates in Jerusalem. For the first time since the Crusades, church bells once again rang openly across the city. 6. Coming next, the birth of Zionism. In the next episode, we begin a new chapter, the rise of Jewish Zionism. After more than 2,000 years of exile, how did the Jewish people gradually return to the path of national restoration? What struggles and turning points shaped their journey? We'll continue the story in the next installment.